Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing well, wherever that may be. Um, Apologies, it's been such a hectic rolling out of the term. Been unexpected variables and some various things, and I've communicated a lot of that already. I know, but thank you all for your patience. I know it was a whole bunch of emails. If you've emailed me, I'm going to try to get back to you as quickly as possible. I just have like 85 or 90 of them. So it's going to take a little while. But that's why I'm getting this recorded now. I wanted to at least get something really quick put together that I can just get out to all of you, because I think probably the lion's share of the questions from this course are in relation to our current situation with the articles and with the presentation piece and some of that. So I just wanted to very quickly provide a little bit of explanation, some guidance, hopefully kind of get you on the right track with that. So yeah, that's what this is mostly going to be about. And I apologize that I'm only finally now getting this out to you. Go figure, April 11th, and we received the most ridiculous snow I've seen in a long time here in Portland. So power's back on, and my daughter gave me a wonderful little pedicure. So there's some winning going on, I guess. Anyway, so here's here's kind of the quick and dirty of it. I will be getting more of this, of course, out via the emails you've sent and in Canvas and that. But at least with this, I wanted to give the explanation, and we can hopefully keep moving from there. So some of the moving parts, the reason this has been a little weird, not just with the power outage, but we've still had people kind of coming and going with the class. And so, our original list we've lost some, we've added some. So that's been kind of a moving target. Unless I find anything different in the emails that are currently waiting for me, it sounded like pretty much all of you were either just fine with the topic that you got, or you just had a quick question that wasn't. I haven't seen anything yet where anybody desired to get out of the assigned topic and schedule that they had. So if that is still the case for anybody, just please do let me know as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking that list, removing the people who have left, bringing the people on. If you are one of our new folks in class and you're thinking, what the are you even talking about? Apologies about that. If you've added this class a bit late, at least in relation, after the first week or whatever it was, and I hadn't got your preferences and things like that in terms of kind of your article and the one that you'll be presenting in that, I'm afraid with the late ads, because I already kind of had to get the list put together, I'm just going to kind of have to give you a topic. Apologies about that, but it's just part of the part and parcel of the deal, I guess. But so those who have, once I get those who have left off of our list, those of you who have added, I'll get you onto our list, and we should then have our topics. Okay, from there, I know probably a lot of you are very worried about, because today is Monday, about getting the presentation outline sort of constructed. So I will do this in Canvas right after I get done speaking to it here. But just to tell you, I'm going to push those dates out more. I know it's coming up super, super close, but just given the rollout and the way that this has happened this go around, we're just going to need a little bit more buffer in there. So don't stress out about having your sort of presentation outline put together, your article, and all of that sort of thing. We do begin the process next week. I believe we start off with the cognitive biases. And so those of you who have the cognitive bias topic, we will be needing to work a little bit more quickly. We still have plenty of time, and perhaps I'll even, as I make my way through the gazillion emails, reach out to you individually as well, just to see if there's anything that I can do to help. You're very welcome to, contact me in the same vein. Otherwise, basically what the plan is, I still need to get all of the appropriate articles adjusted now based upon how many people we have in the class, how many people are on each of the topics for each of the weeks. Once I have the same number of articles as we have individuals on the topics, that's when you will be selecting one of the articles. Each of you who is listed for the topic, there'll be the same number of articles as there are individuals for the topics. And so I think I left my papers somewhere else, but cognitive bias, next week, week 4, I believe I have 3 of you. on that topic, and there should be 3 papers listed under that topic. And so basically, I can just make executive decisions and assign those to individuals if that makes life easier. When I've done the course in the past, like I've said, it's usually been a lot smaller. But once I had people select their topics, the 3 or 4 or 2, however many people and articles there are per topic, generally those people just spoke to each other directly and decided, whoever kind of got there first picked the article they wanted, the next person picked the article they wanted, and whatever's left is whatever's left, sort of thing. So hopefully that'll kind of clarify. I will, of course, as I say, reiterate this as I get more messages out and get some of that stuff in Canvas. But for right now, I at least wanted to get these things out to you all. So here's what I can say right now. Even though I am going to be having to make some moves with the people who have dropped and the people who have added, if you're not in that boat, which is of course the majority of you, and you're good with the topic that I've assigned that you saw on the list, then nothing is going to change about that. So you know what your topic is, you know when that topic is taking place, and you are very welcome to select whichever article out of that topic that you would like to cover, and just communicate that with the other folks perhaps that are on that topic. You can do this within the discussion forums, or you're welcome to do it via email if you prefer something that's more directly interpersonal. And as I'm saying, with all this stuff I'm playing catch up on now, the topics that don't have a sufficient number of articles, I believe, we have the brand new topic, which was the addictions and drug use and kind of things under that purview. And I think with the few of you who had contacted me and we had, to whatever degree, some interaction about that, I think most of you, maybe all of you, I need to double check this too, but I think we're going to select your own articles from the literature. That might not have been all of you. So again, if you're not in that boat, if you would rather I find something, I'm happy to dig around and find something, but I'm very open to whatever, if you had something that was of particular interest, because especially going for that new topic and express an interest in it, I don't want to give you some article about alcoholism and the cognitive, aspects of that, when really what you're fascinated in is the opioid crisis and would have preferred to go that direction. So know that you have that latitude to select something if you would like to. If you just want the decision made and something given, I'm happy to do that too. And that pertains to really any of the subjects. Let's see how I like to invite things to be as messy as I possibly can make them. It sounds so good in my head, and then I hear myself say it, and all of us collectively go, what the? Yeah. At any rate, so that's not getting this done any more quickly. Okay, I think in the spirit of making this super short and get it loaded up, so that I hope clarifies a bit in the way of the topics and the articles. Like I said, if you are happy with the assignment that you got for the topic and you're all good, great, you are good to go. Figure out which article you're going to cover for that particular topic, and then feel free to start working on that at any point. For those of you who have only recently added, I will be in contact very, very soon to get that topic, schedule, etc. to you. And then kind of back to where I started, which is, I know that it says this week we're doing the presentation sort of outline, and then we have the explaining stuff that's assignment that's going on, some of that. I won't try to get into that right here because I feel like the more pressing thing is the presentations, and I don't want to make this overly long. So I'll be in touch about those very soon too. But as a blanket statement, I've mentioned this, I think, in the previous video a little bit, but I want to make it abundantly clear here too, to hopefully assuage some stress and anxiety and some of that. Don't stress about the due dates. We're working as we work here, right? I don't want you looking and seeing, I've tried to get all the dates fixed. I think I sent that in another message, but the dates don't need to stress you out. I'm not going to be coming down on anybody, particularly because of how things are kind of playing out this particular term. So I will get the due dates adjusted, but you know, if it says it's due by this weekend or whatever like that, yes and no. I mean, what you can do, great. If it takes a little bit more time, that's also perfectly fine. The only things that are really going to bump up against like a time limit at this point is that, like I mentioned, the few of you who are doing the first topic next week, the cognitive bias, I believe it is, we'll just need to get that set up pretty soon so that we have the ball rolling as we enter next week. But insofar as the other explaining activity, presentation, you know, these other pieces that I'm talking, don't stress about it. I know what's going on with our schedule. None of us actually knows what's going on with our schedule. That's the right answer. But you know what I mean in the sense that we're kind of working with some moving targets right now. Unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast, but I'm not going to be penalizing anybody for anything to do with due dates right now because this is fluid and we're just floating with it and trying to get this puppy on track. So I hope that's clear. I'm going to leave it here because I'm already at like 11 minutes. So I'm going to stop this, get it sent out as quickly as possible. I'm going to then get into the emails, try to get back to everybody as quickly as possible and into Canvas and all of that. So I will leave it there. I hope you're doing all right and we'll be in touch soon. Cheers.